What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tom here with Tom Ria Sports, and today we're just going to go over a rough week 3 for our spread picks. Definitely not one of our better weeks. Hopefully we'll keep it at the worst of the season, but it was a wild week. A lot of craziness went on. So just for starters, the Thursday night game, Dolphins in Jacksonville. Jaguars were 3-point favorites. We picked them to cover, and that game was completely lopsided. Fitzpatrick dominated. Dolphins defense played well, and they ended up getting their first win of the season on the road. Niners against the Giants, another one. Niners are completely depleted. Giants played okay the first 2 weeks of the season. I thought they were going to come out at home, come out strong, and they looked awful. It was an unwatchable game. Niners completely dominate that one. They covered a 3.5-point spread, but we did not pick them, so 0-2. Bears-Falcons. This game went pretty much as we expected for the first 3.5 quarters, and then I guess as also expected, the Falcons blew a big lead. Nick Foles came in the second half, led the Bears to a comeback win. Falcons were 3-point favorites. Again, they did not cover, so 0-3 start. Not good, and it doesn't get much better. Rams-Bills. Bills were 2-point favorites, and they ended up covering on a late pass interference call that led to a touchdown for Buffalo. They blew a 28-3 lead as well, but they didn't do what the Falcons did. They actually covered and won the game, so congrats to the Bills. They're 3-0. Tough loss for the Rams, but they should be just fine. Washington football team against the Browns. This game was pretty close early on, and then the Browns just played really well in the fourth quarter, shutting them out 17-0. They ended up covering the 7-point spread. We picked against them, so another L for us. So far, the only one we've gotten right was the Bills. Titans-Vikings. This was a weird game. A lot of field goals for the Titans. They ended up winning, but they didn't cover the spread, which was unfortunate. We picked them to. Vikings had their best game of the season. It sucks for them that they got a loss, but it is what it is. 31-30, Titans win. Vikings cover the spread. Patriots Raiders. Patriots were 5.5-point favorites. This one was kind of tough. Patriots played really, really well. Their defense looked great. Their running game was unstoppable. Raiders, they were coming off a big win. I thought they might ride it high into a closer game. I did think Patriots would win, but by less than 6. Ended up being by 16, so another L there. Bengals, Eagles. This one, what can you say about this one? 23-23 tie. Obviously, we know about the Bengals. They're rebuilding, but the Eagles, they got to figure out what's going on with Carson Wentz, what's going on with their offense. I know they're missing some weapons, but really just unexcusable to this point. Texans Steelers, another win for us finally. Not another, I shouldn't say it like that, but Texans, again, 0-3. Missing Hopkins is obviously hurting them, and their defense can't stop the run at all. Steelers, they cover the 4-point spread at home, win by 7. Jets Colts, this one was probably my worst pick of the week. I thought Jets playing for Gase's job might compete, maybe get a turnover or 2 off Rivers, but man, was I wrong. 11.5, 12-point spread, I believe it was. I just figured Colts would win by like 10, but wow, Jets were awful. The first quarter, 7-7, I was like, okay, they got a good chance, and then 3 picks from Darnold, I believe 2 pick sixes, just rough stuff there, and a lot of trouble. But Colts cover. Panthers, Chargers. Chargers were 6.5-point favorites. I reluctantly picked them to cover here and was wrong as well on that one. Panthers, they get a big win, their first of the season against Herbert and the Chargers. Buccaneers, Broncos, one of the few ones I was right about. Buccaneers dominated. Broncos had Driscoll, then I guess he got hurt now, so Brett Ripken's starting tonight. We'll talk about that in a second. But Brady in the offense looked okay. Defense was completely dominant. No effect being in the in the Mile High Stadium, but Buccaneers win, and they cover 5.5-point spread. Cardinals Lions, this one was a bit of a shocker. They had a close game early last year. Felt like this was a different Cardinals team. But Lions end up coming back, shutting out the Cardinals in the fourth quarter, and then they win by a field goal. So the Cardinals did not cover the 5.5-point spread. Cowboys Seahawks, Another terrific game, really high scoring. I don't know if you saw it, but Metcalf had a huge, that says it here, first half blunder when he had that touchdown pass, but that was knocked out by Trayvon Diggs, and that was craziness. But they ended up winning and covering this 5-point spread with a 7-point victory for the Seahawks. So congrats to them. They're 3-0. Russell Wilson, clear-cut MVP frontrunner right now, although it's still early. And we picked that one, so win-win both ways. Packers Saints. Saints were 3-point favorites. We took the Packers, fortunately. Packers look like one of the best teams in football. They got to shore up some things on defense, especially the tackling. I mean, that play with Kamara was a great play by Alvin, but, I mean, just awful tackling. But offensively, Rodgers looks unstoppable. They're clicking on all cylinders right now. So Packers cover the 3-point spread. And then the Monday night game, another shocker. I mean, at least to most people. Figured it'd be at least a close game, but it really wasn't. Chiefs pretty much dominated throughout. They get a convincing 34-20 victory. Ravens are 3.5-point favorites. Again, unfortunately, we picked them to win this game, and they did not. Pat Mahomes is unstoppable in general, but, I mean, in September, he's literally incredible. I don't know the exact numbers. Just go look it up. But great job for the Chiefs. So overall, not our best stuff. I believe we finished 5-11 on the week. I'll double-check that. And then I just want to give you guys our Week 4 pick. Hopefully you still trust us after that one. So Broncos-Jets, our Week 4 Thursday night pick. Jets are 1.5-point favorites. They're going up against a third-string quarterback. Broncos also lost Jarrell Casey. I mean, they have so many injuries up and down their lineup, offensively, defensively. Jets being at home, beautiful weather. I know that doesn't sound like much of an impact, but I just think Jets are going to win tonight. I think they are going to get their first win of the season. Probably will be a close game, but only 1.5 points. I think they cover that. It'd probably be somewhere around 3, maybe 5-point victory for the Jets, but we'll see. But definitely pick the Jets here. I feel very confident in this one. And then what we're going to do as well is Saturday, we'll have the rest of our Week 4 picks. We're also doing our wild card picks. Yankees clinched last night. Astros clinched last night. So we'll have that all updated for you as well once that the wild card series come to an end this weekend. So we got a lot to cover. So please stay tuned, guys. Make sure you tune in. Again, we're going to have NFL Week 4 picks Saturday, as well as our wild card recap over the weekend, and we'll have our divisional round picks in MLB. Thanks for joining, everybody. Have a great day.